Hi there, this is a quick intro video to the Stop Motion HD app. When you open it up, you just click on the plus to start a new project. Now you'll see that you have everything ready to go. Now I've got my little guys out here, and when I move them in, it will focus on them. And really simply, the main functions that you're going to use are the record button, which takes an individual photo. And let me take just a quick series. Okay, so now that I've taken a few photos, I can show you some of the additional features. One of the most important ones is the preview feature. So there's this play button above the record button that lets you play back your animation. Now, you have to press pause in order to be able to do anything else, so I'm going to press pause now. I can slide through the individual animations with my finger, but if it's going too fast or too slow and you want to adjust it, there's this little cog just here, which allows you to change the frame rate. Now, to get a nice smooth stop motion animation, you will be using somewhere between 8 to 12 frames a second. Now you can slide it with your finger, or to be more accurate, you can just click on the plus button or the minus button. Put mine at 10 frames and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, some additional features that are worth mentioning. If you make a mistake for some reason, you can tap on any of the frames and you can press the delete button if you need to get rid of something. There's also a number of features in here, like the select button, which lets you select, let's say, 5 or 6 frames, and then you can do bulk actions to them, like deleting 7 frames at a time. Also, you can deselect if you want to. Another really important feature is this slider bar over here. Now, if your brother comes through and knocks one of your creatures over, or something happens and you don't know where your characters were before, see, when I slide it down the bottom, it's my last image. When I slide up the top, it's what the camera sees. If I slide it about halfway down, then I can get my characters almost back in exactly the right position. So this can be really handy if you've made a mistake, but it's also really handy when you're filming, so that you can see where your characters were and where they are now in the photo. Over here is a timer button, which allows you to set up automatic photo taking. So you can take a photo every 5 seconds or every 10 seconds. This is really handy if you want to do things like taking photos of clouds or something like that. You have to remember to turn it off as well, so I'm going to slide this down to 0 and turn it off. Another section that's kind of hidden but really important is behind these 3 dots in the circle. Up here I can turn the camera around. Hi, so I can take a selfie animation. But also these other ones are really important. So here we have an autofocus, whether autofocus is enabled or disabled. This can be really handy if you turn it off and then you focus on a part. Then when you put your hand in front, it won't change focus all the time. So that might be handy for you to change. Also, you can change the exposure, or whether it's an automatic exposure or a manual exposure. Another feature built in is the sound feature. So if you wanted to put some sound effects in, you can record them. But what I think is a better option is just exporting it out and putting it in iMovie. One of the most important things you can do when you take stop motion videos is keep your camera still. You notice here I've made a really simple cardboard stand so that my frame stays completely still the whole time and only my characters move. You can click on the link here if you want to see how to make one of these really simple cardboard stands. So finally, what I'm going to show you is how to export out your film. I'm going to click the back button here. So when you're back on this screen, you can click the share button. And I usually just click save to camera roll. Put it at the highest resolution, press share. And once you've done this, you can export it straight to YouTube, you can put it in iMovie. There are so many options. I personally use iMovie to do all of my final editing, putting in music, adding sound effects, and doing any voiceovers. If you have any questions, please put them in a comment below, click like if this was useful, and maybe check out one of my other videos that tell you how to do fun things with your iPad.